Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Study Lovers Literature. I am making videos on English literature. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. So today's video is about Charles Dickens, the famous novelist and journalist. He was an English novelist, journalist, short story writer and social critic. Here we have Charles Dickens 1812-1870 was an English novelist, journalist and social critic, widely considered one of the greatest writers of the Victorian era. His works are known for their vivid characters, depiction of social issues and critique of the inequality of society. Here we have personal life of Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens married Catherine Hogarth in 1836 with whom he had 10 children. However, their marriage became strained over time and they separated in 1858. Dickens had a strong interest in social reform, often using his novel to shed light on the struggle of the poor and underprivileged in industrial England. He is regarded by many as the greatest novelist of the Victorian era. Here we have early life of Charles Dickens. Dickens was born on February 7, 1812 in Portsmouth, England to John and Elizabeth Dickens. His father worked as a clerk in the Navy and faced financial difficulties, leading the family into poverty. In 1824, when Dickens was 12 years old, his father was sent to debtor's prison and Charles was forced to leave school to work at a factory. This early experience of hardship and injustice influenced much of his writings. He was literary figure of Victorian era. Here we have career of Charles Dickens. Dickens began his writing as a writer and editor for a number of magazines. His first major success came with the serialized publication of the Pickwick paper 1836-1837, which made him an instant sensation over the following decades. Here we have the famous and greatest works of Charles Dickens. The famous novel of Charles Dickens is Oliver Twist. Oliver Twist is one of the greatest works of Charles Dickens. Oliver Twist 1837 to 1839. A social commentary on the poor laws and child labor. He focuses on child labor in this novel. Next, we have another novel of Charles Dickens is David Copperfield. David Copperfield, one of the greatest works of Charles Dickens. David Copperfield 1849 to 1850, a semi-autobiographical novel widely regarded as one of his finest works. Here we have another work by Charles Dickens is A Tale of Two Cities. He written this novel in 1859. A Tale of Two Cities 1859, a historical novel set during the French Revolution exploring theme of resurrection and social justice. Next we have another work of Charles Dickens is Bleak House. Bleak House 1852 to 1853, a critique of the English legal system and social stratification. This novel is one of the greatest works of Charles Dickens. The another work of Charles Dickens is Great Expectation. The Great Expectation of Charles Dickens' work made his writing very influential. Great Expectations 1860 to 1861, a coming of age novel that examines issues of class, wealth, and personal development. Here we have Legacy of Charles Dickens. His legacy influenced many of age after the Victorian. Dickens' works continue to be widely read and adapted into films, television series, and stage productions. His strong sense of social justice, along with his memorable characters such as Abner Scrooge from A Christmas Carol, Fagin from Oliver Twist, and Pip from Great Expectation, have made his books perennial classics. Dickens died on June 9, 1817 from a stroke but left a lasting imprint on literature. So friends, video is ended up here. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon.